I'm Rick Webre. I'm the emergency manager for Ascension Parish, Louisiana, and this is the August 17th, 2 p.m. situation report for the flooding incident in Ascension Parish, Louisiana. Not many significant changes from the 8 p.m. briefing, so we'll go over the situation report in a little less detail. Background information: we still have extensive flooding throughout the parish, predominantly in the Summerfield, Port Vincent, Santa Maria, and AC area. We have the preliminary damage assessments. We're looking at about 19,600 homes that's been impacted by flooding throughout Ascension Parish, and that ranges from a spectrum of just being affected by floodwaters to moderate damage, major damage, to totally destroyed. So again, about 19,600 homes were located within the risk area, and detailed damage assessments will follow. Again, future impact, the trending is positive. I mean, the Amy River's cresting, it's down to 14.7 feet. It's dropping about 1.1 inches per hour. So that's definitely a positive trend. We crested in Prince Settlement. It's on a downward trend, so the water is moving in the right direction, so that's positive for Ascension Parish. Local government agencies, again, Sorrento Town Hall has relocated its operations to the Ascension Health Unit. Again, the Ascension Health Unit building at 1024 Southeast Ascension Complex Boulevard here in Gonzales. The Gonzales City Hall is closed because of floodwater within its facility. I spoke with Mayor Arsenault. He wants everybody to remain vigilant, be safe, pay attention to all protective actions issued by all first responding agencies. Ascension Parish Public Schools are closed for the remainder of the week. They're beginning to do damage assessments and decide what direction they want to take over the next couple of days. Ascension Counseling Ctr remain closed for the remainder of the week. Their counselors are at the shelter location. They're helping the residents at the shelter location. And the Assessor's office in Donaldsonville is open. The Gonzales office is closed until further notice. Our communications sector, the 911 dispatch center, is fully operational. We have cell service as we speak on most of the carriers. And as far as transportation infrastructure goes, we still have numerous roads closed throughout the parish. We want you to visit our Facebook page at the Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. Also visit the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office Facebook page to get a complete list of all road closures. Quick note on major thoroughfares: Airline Highway between Sorrento and I-10 is closed. Highway 44 through Ascension Parish is open. The City of Gonzales, US 61 to the city limits at Bayou Francois is closed, and Highway 22 north of the railroad tracks to Airline Highway is closed. The Public Works, our crews are continuing to work. The sandbagging operation has pretty much ceased in the City of Gonzales and Ascension Parish. The Marvinboro pumping stations is continuing to work. Our crews are working diligently. They're still moving barricades for roads that have been inundated by water. Electricity status right now: Demco outages are 4,087. Energy outages are 1,800. The Emergency Operations Center is fully staffed and will remain fully activated for the length of this incident. Search and rescue missions are being made for medical emergencies. Right now, there's none currently in effect. Sheltering operation: the Red Cross is managing the shelter at Lamar Dixon in conjunction with Volunteer Ascension and our local volunteers. Medical and mass care: there's no issues with our hospitals. They weren't affected by floodwaters. They are fully operational. And for law enforcement briefing, I'd like to turn it over to Colonel Bobby Webre with the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Department.
Thank you, Rick. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Chief Deputy Bobby Webre with the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, and this is the law enforcement briefing. And as Rick talked about, we see a lot of high water receding, although we do realize that folks along Ridge Road and Bluff Road area may be seeing water still coming up some. But for the most part, a lot of the water has gone down. And what you'll see from the Sheriff's Office is we're going to try to make a transition from a rescue or recovery effort into a homes and property protection operation. That will start today. So we know a lot of you will be trying to get back to your home to see what kind of damages that you have. Just to let you know that we are still running double shifts, and we also have a special contingency of deputies that are going to be assigned to the high water areas for protection, just to help protect your property and protect your assets while you are away from your home. As you know, the curfew has been lifted for Ascension Parish. We want residents to be able to move around, to be able to check on their property, and we will assist in any way we can. But just a reminder, with the authority of the parish government and the sheriff's office, curfew can be reinstated at any time if that should be a problem. It has not been a problem thus far, and we'll just wait and see how that goes. But we know there will be a lot of people moving, a lot of homeowners. We may stop and talk to you. We may try to verify that that's your home, so just be patient. And if it's not your home, we will be maybe investigating you. So if you don't belong in the area of high water, we ask that you stay out. We will be out in force. We do know that the Entergy crews, Demco crews will be out there trying to get the grid back up and running. To those of you who have lost electricity, they'll be out in boats because there's no other way to get to some of the homes to turn back on the electricity. That's ongoing, and we may have deputies escorting them to work in some of these areas. Again, we want to just remind you that as you get back to your home, that even though some roads have been open, there's still a lot of high water. Just be mindful of small children playing in the high water. The currents and the ditches could be swift. So just be very protective of the young ones that you have under your care. Rick had mentioned that most of the major thoroughfares are open. We still have some road closures. As of yesterday morning, we still had 100 parish roads closed. That number has dwindled down significantly, and we ask that you visit the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office website or our Facebook page for a updated list on what roads have open. Again, it's a trying times, and it's probably around day 7 of this flooding event, and we do know that patients wear thin, but we'll be out there if you need our assistance. Please don't hesitate to call 911, or either, if it's not an emergency but you need information, 621-8300, option 1. We'll be out there in force. Even though we see some great signs, we still got a lot of work ahead, and we'll be diligent being out there with you. Just call us if you need us, and this will end our law enforcement briefing. Thank you.
In terms of status of the petrochemical industry, most of the facilities within the parish have either reduced production or stopped production. But I want the residents to know that all of their feedstock and finished chemical products are stable and secure. Companion animals, right now we've got probably over 700 animals at Lamar Dixon as we speak. That's being run by Harris House, the Ascension Parish Government, LSU School of Veterinary Medicine, and LaSalle. And we want to thank our residents for all of their support, for their donated items and their time in volunteering to take care of the animals. Drinking water status: the City of Gonzales, ACUD1, and Baton Rouge Water Company is reporting no problems with drinking water as we speak. We expect boil water advisories to come out for Ascension Parish, predominantly in the Summerfield, Lake Martin area later today or first thing in the morning. If you own a private water well, private system, or on a water well, we recommend that you take precautions just in case that your drinking water system has been compromised. In terms of long-term recovery, we have a FEMA advanced team that came into the parish yesterday that are located at the gym at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center, and they can get our residents registered for individual assistance and open a FEMA claim. So they'll be there for a couple of weeks. We'll announce when we'll open a disaster recovery center to get FEMA within a parish to make sure that our residents have the opportunity to file a FEMA claim if needed. As we mentioned earlier, Ascension Parish Government was included in the second round of federal declarations, and what this does, it authorizes resources from the federal government, whether it's direct resources, individual assistance, or public assistance, to be used in Ascension Parish, so that's good news for us. We want you to continue to follow us on Facebook. Just make sure you remain vigilant, listen to all protective actions. If you feel that you're in danger, please move out of a high water area. And one other thing that we want to mention is the area that we were talking about earlier this morning on the Laurel Ridge Levee. That was an intentional cut that was cut in the levee early this morning, and the water is flowing out of there into McElroy Swamp and into Lake Marpaw. It's had a very positive effect. We're looking at water that's receding in the central watershed of the parish, and the pumps are still running. So That's one of the major factors in the reduction of the water that we're seeing right now in Ascension Parish, in addition to our pumps. So that is a positive trend in the rivers. We've got a positive trend in the reduction of water within the watershed. Again, follow us on Facebook. If you have an emergency, call 911. If you just want critical information on the incident, call the Emergency Operations Center at 225-621-8360. So this concludes the situation report for Ascension Parish, Louisiana, for the 2 p.m. briefing. I'm Rick Weber, the Emergency Manager for Ascension Parish.